Hello everyone and welcome to my next reaction to Classic Who. So, we have some scientific research gone awry, possibly some killer plants, a good amount of murder, and Mel. I'm really excited to continue. Let's go. This is terrifying.
Any moment now, that guard will be back. He's going to be even less enchanted by your antics.
Never mind the guard. That monstrosity, what is it in there?
Does the Commodore know what's been isolated in there? I don't know by whose authority you ask, but if it'll put a stop to your meddling, I'll explain. That monstrosity, as you call her, is my lab assistant, Ruth Baxter. We're taking her to Earth in the hope that we can reverse her condition. The experimental nature of our work entails some calculated risks. Calculated risks? During a particularly delicate cross-fertilization, a speck of pollen penetrated a minute scratch on my assistant's thumb. She should never have left the room uncovered, but...
Hot or on fire?
Oh, Doctor.
Those guns,
Knack of landing yourself.
they make me giggle.
Take him. No, it's all right. Another way.
Doctor? That way.
Yes. I know. That way.
Stop the Matrix.
Aw.
I fail to comprehend this evidence. The doctor is on trial for his life. Yet in his defense, he presents us with a situation in which he is deliberately flouting accepted authority.
Are you saying the Matrix is again being falsified?
No. And if the Barrier would exercise the same restraint as I showed during his presentation of his case against me,
Thank
I could
you.
suppress his bloodlust.
Doctor, this court is dedicated to giving you a fair trial. Do not abuse its indulgence.
I am not sure that it is.
I apologize.
I don't mean to speak out of turn.
Quirky phenomena, black holes, they can gulp with unpredictable turbulence.
When I want your advice, I'll ask for it. I'll handle this. Get back on duty.
Mr. Rush,
What is it, Jay?
Mr. Kimber has disappeared. He didn't report to the fire assembly point and he's not in his cabin.
Another murder.
Touch the drink. Where can he have got to? With all these killings.
That'll do. Pull yourself together. Going to pieces won't help. We'll search the passenger quarters before we start assuming the worst.
If people keep dying, it's fine to be a little bit, you know, upset and worried. A clue! It's music. It's like all these people are dying, but like the music is like, what a fun adventure.
No reason to lie, Commodore.
I'm not questioning your honesty, simply your methods.
You'll let me know as soon as you get a reply.
Certainly, Doctor. I'll match you for candor.
This music.
Not a sign.
Sit down, Raj. There is only one thing you have got to do, and that is to tell us exactly what is going on.
And I suggest you do so right now.
Oh!
State your position.
Help me with this.
You've gone out of your mind? I have been. But not anymore. I've regained my sanity. Not only your own work you're destroying, you've no right to do this. You long ago lost sight of the difference between right and wrong. Why? Because of some unexplained incident? On my way down here, I heard of another unexplained incident. A harmless old man is missing.
Oh!
I need to speak with you privately, Professor.
Really? Not now, don't.
How much? You object to your work schedule being interrupted.
She's in the middle of a workout.
Well,
He won't listen to me.
where is he?
Well, maybe because people are
In
dying
the hydroponic center.
or disappearing. Either or. Oh!
Let's pick up where we left off while you're in the mood for explanations.
Did I give you that impression?
What are those pods in the hydroponic center?
The results of another experiment.
I could have made an educated guess at that. What was in them?
Giant fruit. And anticipating your next question, we left the fruit on Mogar. We're merely taking the shucks as an example to fellow agronomists in earthbound laboratories. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mel! Being very inventive with her investigating. Oh no. No!
Allow me.
No, doctor!
My waist as easily, eh?
Doctor! Oh, good job, Mel. I don't want you to. I don't want to see her get incinerated. I know she doesn't.
Allow me. Wish I could get rid of my waist as easily, eh?
Oh, go, doctor, go! Oh, Mel. Oh, no. No! Oh, love.
Don't throw the towel in, Mel.
According to you, another one's disappeared. 3 crew members are missing, unaccounted for, and you haven't a clue as to why they've gone or where they are.
Congratulations must be delayed until that is full.
Oh, it's gone.
What has?
The tape. The proof we need to force Lasky's hand.
What a waste of time. Our killers obviously removed it.
Just as he tried to remove you.
He? Why not she?
Lasky?
Or the stewardess, Janet?
Janet?
I wouldn't have taken a man's strength to lift my weight. A woman could have dumped me in the waste bin.
What are they?
Whatever they are, they're not human. We're all to be destroyed, remember? Where are you off to?
Hydroponic Centre, there has to be a connection.
What about me?
I'm following a lead. See if Janet has got the tape. But be careful.
You too, Doctor.
Oh.
Can I tempt you with a coffee, sir? How about you, sir?
What the fuck?
Sorry.
Not to worry.
Sorry? Okay, that was my favorite scene.
I didn't do that.
Stop the Matrix.
I can't.
It wasn't me in there.
Ridiculous. We all saw you. You're hardly mistakable in that outfit.
I didn't smash the equipment.
Are you saying the communications equipment was not sabotaged?
No, it had to be to prevent the Commodore getting information from Earth, but I didn't do it.
Then who did?
The murderer.
I think, Inquisitor, the Doctor is telling us more than he realizes.
I am so fucking tired of you.
So once again, the defendant is accusing the Matrix of being wrong.
Are you, Doctor?
Yes.
Yes, I am.
Yes.
Without questioning its veracity, is there any point in continuing with the Matrix?
But what else have I got? Without evidence to prove my innocence, I'm condemned.
And with it, you are also condemned, it seems, Doctor. Shall we continue?
Stop smirking. Like,
Doctor.
okay.
Shall we continue?
You're not
You have
subtle.
before said-
Goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna lose it.
I should think that when man first discovered fire, there were those who were equally appalled and wanted it suppressed. If they prevailed, the human race would still be cowering in caves. If you were rational, you'd realize how pointless this is. We can't unlearn knowledge. You're no illiterate. How often has a great advance produced this reaction? Think of Galileo.
Galileo? That's it. You see the name Lasky inscribed in the history books.
Rubbish. This has been a team effort.
With you as leader. Well, you fulfilled that role to the last. You've led me to see the fault in my strategy. We've spawned the sole representatives of this great advance. And we're all encapsulated on this ship. On this ship.
Ow! Ow! Oh!
I didn't even hear the dinner gong.
Okay. Is she dead? Is she knocked out?
Forget your previous orders. Bruckner's death is now our priority. He cannot be permitted to prevent us from reaching planet Earth.
Okay.
I don't care what you have
Okay.
from mythical taste.
You're letting arrogance blink at you, Professor. It may not be your intention, but you are in danger of joining an extensive roll of dishonor. Misguided scientists who claim the pursuit of truth as an excuse for immoral experiments.
This is no time to debate ethics. I made that mistake with Bruckner. He's out to destroy the ship and everyone on it.
Ow! Ow!
First things first, let's find Bruckner.
He'll live.
Doctor, he'll live. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Later.
He's just gonna swerve it into that black hole. Oh goodness.
It's designed to be hijack proof.
Can we do something?
Your colleague is aiming the Hyperion 3 into the eye of the black hole of Tartarus.
Yeah, I got that. Like, can we do something about it?
Bruckner must be stopped. Get every Vervoid to the bridge area.
Man, this guy is making a lot of enemies very quickly.
Marsh gas?
A methane derivative.
Marsh gas? Where the devil's that come from? You saying that none of us can go in there?
It'd be suicide.
Here, let me. Now, it's my ship. If there's a risk to be taken, I'll take it.
No! There's no need for heroics from either of you. Come to the bridge.
Oh, I forgot. Yes, them. Forgot what they're called. Quick! Just scooch a little bit. Did they scooch enough? Was there enough scooching?
I'm grateful to you both. Now that the air is breathable, I'll resume command.
I'm afraid that isn't going to be possible, Commodore.
What he is stating, in the usually devious human manner, is that we are taking over the ship.
Hijack? You Megarians are a peace-loving race. Violence is repugnant to you.
No one will be harmed if they obey orders.
Roger, I will personally see to it that you rot in jail.
I should restrain that tongue of yours, Commodore. The Mogarians may not believe in violence, but I don't share their qualms. Someone like you has been patronizing me, treating me with contempt. Well, I'd welcome the opportunity of settling the score.
Take the hostages to the passenger lounge.
Hold on, Raj. If we're being hijacked, I think we deserve an explanation.
Any more unexpected moves, and it won't be
We're being hijacked! If you don't want to get caught, come on!
I'll take the keys to the vault.
Blaze as you will.
Oh!
Stay back. Professor Lasky, reach into the Commodore's pocket and take out the keys. Carefully.
Now, what do you want in the vault?
Not a thing.
The Megarians are after the consignment of precious metals. Got this quaint notion it was plundered from their planet. They're just recovering stolen property.
That can't be your motive.
It's greed.
Not completely. Pride as well.
A tried and true motive.
As a has-been. So I decided to arrange a more comfortable retirement.
If you've any decency left, you'll get this man some medical treatment.
There's a first aid kit in the cabinet.
Rog, this hijack is just a sideshow. There's a much greater menace.
Not my problem, Doctor. In less than an hour, we rendezvous with our pickup.
Right? You're nothing but a squalid criminal.
If I am, where does that place you, Professor?
Ooh, well.
Hyperion 3 is no longer under the command of Commodore Travers.
I'll put out a call for help. Miles from anywhere and we're completely isolated.
But you heard what the Megarians said. They'll kill the hostages.
What makes you think they won't anyway? You're surely not naive enough to accept the word of a hijacker.
He's right, we can't just do nothing.
But if the guards are crushing in, they'll be signing 4 death warrants.
Not unless we can find a way of warning the hostages.
No, he's just a weak man gone rogue.
So, whatever the outcome of this hijack, we're still at the mercy of a murderer.
Or murderers.
I need to say, nobody is looking threatening holding that gun. Not a single soul.
What are you doing here? I did not request refreshment.
Okay, the music's kind of growing on me. Yawning.
What you doing in there? Don't you know how dangerous it is?
Shall I join you? There's going to be an attack on the lounge. When you hear the fire alarm, dive for cover.
No, attack the bridge.
The bridge?
You heard. Now get out of that air duct. It is not only we who kill animal kind. They kill each other. They have no respect for any form of life. We shall resume the hunt.
Oxygen's toxic to a Megarian.
Yes, but how? I mean, who could have done this?
Okay, let's concentrate on the living. Raj has to be convinced that the hijack's a lost cause. That's going to take more than words.
Those faceplates. They'll do the trick.
Oh. Poor gal. I mean, really.
The Megarians are dead.
Oh! Leave to the guards! Get out on the bridge, now!
I haven't been holding out on you, Commodore. There's an audio tape that'll explain everything.
Then why haven't I heard it?
Because it's been stolen. I would like carte blanche to search all the cabins.
You've got it.
Another request. I need a phaser.
Great.
A phaser? You?
Exceptional circumstances require exceptional measures.
And why the public announcement about the tape? Everyone could hear.
Could they?
I recognise that innocent tone. What's going on?
Mel, I entered this affair as a Judas goat. I intend to readopt the role. Now, if Professor Lasky had the tape, where do you think she'd hide it?
Lasky? Her cabin? Or her locker in the gym?
Thank you.
Oh. Another one bites the dust.
You're looking for a certain tape, Doctor. I don't think you'll find it in there.
Or does that mean you've hidden it somewhere else?
Obviously, a denial isn't going to impress you. May I know of what I'm accused?
Murder.
Murder? Am I supposed to treat this seriously?
I have narrowed the suspects down to 2. You and Professor Lasky.
Well, sure, because a lot of them keep dying.
I already have.
Well, I know I'm innocent, and I can't believe the Professor's guilty, but if it'll end this nonsense, then I know of another place where the Professor keeps things.
If you finished with my tracksuit.
I was just admiring the design.
Don't bother to lie, you're not very good at it. No tape. That's what you were hoping to find, wasn't it?
Well, yes.
You're not going to object if I force it open?
Doctor, your tape. You're doing much good.
Wow. What a move.
Yes, I rather...
You still suspected me, yet you came down here.
A reckless streak? I'm prone to them. The first murder could only have been carried out by someone with access to this unit. The second needed poison. Even the abortive attempt on Mel's life could only have been committed by someone who could go unchallenged into the isolation room and get the anesthetic.
All this could have applied to Lasky.
Not the Megarians. She was a hostage when they were slaughtered.
And my motive?
Jealousy, professional envy. I'd say it was the more commonplace avarice.
Those creatures, we call them Vervoids, represent vast economic power.
Provided you can get them back to Earth.
But I shall. Vervoids will run the factories and farms at practically no cost. All they need is sunlight and water. A consortium with a vision to recognize the potential of the
Oh.
Vision?
Oh no.
You're talking about slave labor.
The most enduring and spectacular empire, Rome, was built on slave labor.
I took the precaution of disarming it. I also took the precaution of taking the Commodore into my confidence.
Throw him in the brig.
Okay. We still have problems though. Okay. Quite. I mean, look at all the problems.
No. I'm not your enemy. Without me, you wouldn't exist.
How's that slave labor looking? Oh no.
When you overheard the Vervoids, Mel, how did they describe us?
Animal kind.
Not human beings, not Megarians. Animal kind.
The Vervoids are plants.
At some stage, directly or indirectly, all animal kind consumes plant life. Without it, we'd perish.
Doctor, if you're right, then coexistence with the Vervoids is an impossibility.
So it's a question of self-preservation, kill or be killed.
Conflict in which there can be no justice.
Equally, there's no choice, and that goes for you too, Doctor. We need your undivided commitment.
And there you have it. The direct request. I did not meddle. I was presented with an appeal, but from the man in whom authority was vested.
I accept your argument. No, Vervoid, can you refute it?
Perhaps we should await the outcome of this adventure, my lady.
Do you wish to continue?
Another exit.
Not this side of the road. I'm going to talk to them.
They won't listen.
Perhaps they will. I wasn't going to exploit them right there, and they'll know that.
Spare no one.
I have to try.
Doctor!
I don't know.
Then you must also be aware that I mean you no harm.
All animal kind is our enemy, Professor.
I mean, they are killing everybody. Oh! Wow. What a showdown. Okay.
How could they? It's obscene!
Not to a Vervoid.
You can't justify it.
It's a matter of perspective, Mel. In your house in Peace Cottage, you had a large garden. What did you do with the plants and weeds you uprooted?
Put them on a compost heap.
They're obeying instinct. Like migrating birds or salmon swimming relentlessly upstream to spawn even though they may die. A compulsive following the life cycle. Like the Vervoids, we're being driven by blind instinct. Kill or be killed. What if instead of bringing their lives to an abrupt end, we did the opposite, accelerated the Vervoid life cycle?
How the blazes do we do that?
Magnesium, a rare metal found on the airless planet of Mogar.
And we're the
Obviously.
You mean there's a consignment on board?
That's right, in the vault.
But how will this magnesium accelerate the Vervoid life cycle?
It's a substance similar to magnesium. Exposed to oxygenated air, it releases incredibly intense light and carbon dioxide. Spring, summer, autumn. All condensed into a few moments.
Seasons which I may be a long time enjoying again if I go robbing my own vault.
We've seen what these creatures can do.
You've no alternative,
Wait.
Commodore.
All right, Doctor. You can have the magnesium. What's the drill?
First, you must drive the Vervoids back to their lair. Plunge the ship into darkness.
A major fault has developed in the generators. To effect necessary repairs, the heating will be shut down and auxiliary light mounted will be in operation.
Are all the Vervoids here? This prophet could be a trick. What can we gain? Humankind need the life support system. They must repair the generator.
Mel!
The fire is here, Mel!
She needs to get hired for horror films. I was gonna say they're gonna be fall foliage. Wow, get your pumpkin spice lattes, everyone. Wow. Look at that. Okay.
You can restore power. It's over.
Restore power.
Till we meet again, Mel? Yes, Doctor?
Don't say that. I owe you my thanks, Doctor, but let's make this the sweet sorrow of a final party.
Yes, you'll remember that the next time we get a Mayday call.
Memory like an elephant.
That's his idea of a compliment. Comparing me to an elephant.
It's so ludicrously inappropriate, I find it amusing.
Well, at least if you're laughing, you can't be singing. Have you ever heard his rendering of On with the Motley? Count your blessings. Bye.
Did none of the unfortunate creatures survive, Doctor?
No, my lady. Had even a leaf survived and fallen on fertile soil, a Vervoid would have grown.
Every Vervoid was destroyed by your ingenious plan.
Yes.
He's gonna spend
Whether or
this.
not the doctor has proved himself innocent of meddling is no longer the cardinal issue before this court.
Yep.
He has proved himself guilty of a far greater crime.
Had a single Vervoid reached Earth, the human race would have been eliminated.
Article 7 permits no exceptions. The doctor has destroyed a complete species. The charge must now be genocide.
All right. Well, if I am correct, the trial is probably going to wrap up in the next 2 episodes. So I'm probably, as I keep saying, might wait to get all of my final thoughts about the trial out. You know, I feel like I'll talk about that more once I get the full scope of exactly what is going on, because obviously there's shenanigans afoot. And you know, the only thing I guess I will say is, you know, going through this, I mean, I talked about it in the last reaction, that the Valeyard for sure has a chip on his shoulder for whatever reason, whatever his motivations are, and hopefully we get a good explanation for all of that, right? But just my opinion, but I think he would have found something no matter what, you know, transpired in the story that the doctor provides as evidence. He was going to find something, you know, and I was just really getting that vibe. Now, and the thing is, did the doctor eliminate an entire species? Yes. Right? I mean, I guess, yeah. He did it to save all of humankind on Earth. Okay. But I'm starting to, I mean, there's a lot of frustrating things about this trial, but why are we changing the charges? Right? Isn't a trial, now, okay, I am not super familiar with Time Lord law and their judicial system and everything. But if you're going to have a trial or a hearing or an inquiry or whatever, it should be, like, the focus should be on what the initial charge or issue is, right? We're not just going to, are we going to switch it? And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But it just, I mean, I think I also have the context of just knowing that I don't know what exactly is going on, but some fuckery is happening. And I know it, the doctor knows it, so, I mean, what are we doing here? Really, I will say, I'm very curious to see how this all wraps up. And this might be, I'll kind of let you know, I guess, after the last 2 episodes and everything, but this might be a really interesting season to rewatch, just, you know, with all of the, I have a feeling that there's going to be just a lot of stuff brought to light in the next reaction. And I think that it would be interesting to rewatch this with the full story, right? Maybe. Yeah, all right. I really do apologize. I guess I'm going to say this. I really do apologize if my commentary on the trial is really kind of off or vague or whatever. I'm just trying to take it all in and piece it all together, and just keep in mind this is my first time going through this, so it's a lot. This season is a lot to take in. Okay, let's talk about the story in and of itself, which I really did. I liked it a lot. I would like to know who designed the Vervoids. Just have some questions. I really enjoyed the mystery of it all. And that, you know, obviously, as I said in the reaction, it was kind of easy to sort of narrow down the suspects and everything like that, because, well, people just kept dying. I mean, eventually there weren't going to be any left. You know what I mean? I feel like it's not, you know, the highest body count for a classic Who story, but it's not nothing, right? People kept kicking the bucket here, and I liked a lot of the intricacies of everybody's motivations, and, you know, obviously there was greed and trying to establish slave labor. That's okay. But even the guy who kind of realized what they created and how bad this would be if, you know, the ship reached Earth, that he literally was about to barrel the whole thing into a black hole. I have to say, I felt just the motivations and everything getting revealed over time and everything was done pretty well. And I was very invested until the end. And it is that sort of interesting notion of, do you take out the Vervoids completely in order to save, you know, Earth? Or I don't know. I just found it all to be pretty interesting. And I have to say, I loved Mel. I loved Mel so much. And I don't mean to sound like surprised when I say this, but I'm going to explain that because I really loved Mel when we have seen her more recently. You know what I mean. And a lot of comments in reference to that, because I was like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to meet her in Classic. I said something like that. I forget exactly what it was, but something like that. And there were a few comments being like, oh, you're not going to like her in Classic because she's so useless and all she does is scream. And okay, I will give you, the girl can scream. But I thought she was tremendously helpful and useful in this story. I don't know. I found her to be quite likable. She really had this energy of wanting to do the right thing and to, keep on helping with everything, and all with this really positive demeanor. And I was about it. Like, I really enjoyed her in this story. Now, maybe, the other stories, she's not as useful. I don't know. But that was the only thing that I got a little bit of a response, and I'm always honest with you, as I've said so many times before, that I'm always honest. If I ever read anything or hear anything, or, and I do normally try to stay away from comment sections for this reason, but every so often it does happen. But, I'm always honest with you guys if I go in with any sort of foreknowledge of anything. But if we're basing Mel off of this story, I gotta say, I don't entirely agree with some of the comments. But yeah, I really enjoyed her. I enjoyed, like I said in the last reaction, her relationship with the doctor. Yeah, I thought that part was wonderful. The music grew on me as the story went on. It was funny that, all of these people are terribly dying, and, these Vervoids want to take out, everyone, and it's scary, and some horrifying scenes, like in the first cliffhanger of the electrifying, the electrocution, and Mel just screaming up a storm. I did find it kind of jarring that, the music was like, doo, 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 and those guns make me laugh. I'm sorry. I don't know why. Because it's not like the first time that we've had different designs of weapons or whatever, but for some reason, the way that people were holding them with such I've got you now, and I was like, and then nobody looks threatening. But as a whole, I quite enjoyed this story. I thought it was interesting. It kept my focus and my intrigue throughout the whole thing. But I will say I am quite interested to wrap up this season and see just what comes out in the final 2 episodes. I think it's going to be really, really interesting to get into. So I hope you all enjoyed this reaction. And yeah, I think that is about it. If you would like to support me on Patreon or subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. But if not, I'm just happy that you were here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.